Hey, give it up for Maeret Levens, everybody!
Enjoy this jacket while it's white, okay? The night has just begun. One day it's just gonna be brown, and people are gonna be like, whatever happened to your brown jacket? Right, now it's black. Okay. Who wears white? Me. You know what? You guys can keep it going, though, for me, because I shaved tonight. And ladies, right? It's a lot of work. It's so much work. And I put it off. I'm so bad. I put it off like my boyfriend puts off mowing the front lawn. You know, we have, incidentally, the same exact policy. It is, I'll get to it when the neighbors can see it. Then we know it's a problem. Until then, man, people lie to you all the time. I'm not going to lie to you. I'll tell you the truth. I have an STD, okay? He is 9, and he's adorable. He's so cute. He's doing great in math. Oh, man, people lie to you all the time. One of my favorite lies, I'm sure you've heard this. Women are like, oh, the best day of my life was the day that I had a baby. Oh, really? The day that you had a baby. Best day of your life. The day that I had a baby, I went to the hospital, a fat chick, and I came home a fat chick with a screaming infant. I have had better days. I have a woman pointing at me saying, yes, yes. We're not in church, but it's like, amen, right? Seriously, I've had better days. It's like a lot of pressure, you know, as a woman. You're like, yeah, this is great. I'm crying inside, but it was wonderful. It was a wonderful day. I've had better days. I hope you have too. Oof. Man, and after you have a baby, talk about the lies, right? Like all your girlfriends are like, you look great, like with clothes on, right? Young man, have you ever been camping with a brand new tent? Like, like got a tent out of the box, like got to be the first person to take it out? You ever had that experience? No. Who's camped with a new tent? You have. All right, cool. So have you ever tried to take that new tent out of the box and then fold it up the same way and put it in the box? Doesn't work, does it? No. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what kind of origami skills you have. It doesn't matter how you fold it up. You are never going to get that tent back in that box. And it's like, how does that even happen? Do they build the box around the tent? You know? Like, how'd they get it in there? I don't know. But that's what happens to a woman's body after she has a baby. So, you know, like I still wear a size 6, but we had to shove that tent in there. It's just what it is, man. And sometimes you feel bad about yourself as a woman, and then all it takes is maybe you go out for a walk one day, and no, not the walking part, no. When you're out with your kid, you know, you got your stroller, and maybe a 17-year-old boy drives by, rolls down his window and yells out, MILF! You know, and you're like, I still got it. And of course I was like, how dare you? You know, I'm obligated as a feminist to be offended, but on the inside I was validated. Because I'm a human, right? Seriously, though. It's funny because I had this boyfriend when I was 18, and I stupidly let him take naked Polaroids of me. And for years, I had so much anxiety because I always wanted to be famous. I was like, one day, these pictures are going to come out, and it's going to be so terrible. Well, guess what? It's been 15 years. And now they're vintage, you know? And I kind of hope they come out because it don't look like that anymore. Kind of want to see those pictures. You know, it'd be pictures of Mesa Verde when people lived there. There's a lady doing the dishes in the window. Whoa, that's what it looked like? Now you go there, you have to have a tour guide. They're like, don't step on that. Step around the tape. Don't touch anything. You know, woman's body's yeah, in the 90s, these were abdominals. Now it's just kind of a thing, you know? There's not a baby in there, but it's not flat. Love being a woman. Oh, man. Right? No, people lie to you all the time. One place they lie to you is the internet, right? Full of lies. You ever tried to find an apartment on the internet? Anyone done that horrible thing lately? And it doesn't matter if you're looking for a place or looking for the love of your life or a toaster or a new car. Everybody uses the same tactics. They put up pictures when shit was good. You know? They do, right? It's like a new toaster. It's not a new toaster. It's not a new car. They always have a picture, too, like on the dating sites when the person was in a relationship and you can, like, see the light in their eyes, you know? That's not recent. It's a while ago. And they all talk up their features, you know? The men are like, drinks on occasion. Every day's an occasion. So, and here in the Midwest, if you're looking for an apartment, they love to throw this out. They're like, oh, resort style. Oh, yeah, resort style, as if anybody pulls up to their beige box and is, like, thrown off by the water feature out front. For a minute, I thought it was in the Caribbean, and it was just Overland Park, Kansas. And I'm on a month-to-month lease. Very glamorous. Right? And they love to do this one, too. They'll say, we have a fitness center. A fitness center? And you get there, and it's just a converted closet with a treadmill in it. It's kind of creepy. I don't know if this counts. So, yeah. I don't know about you guys, but I was raised Christian. I was raised very Christian. I was raised so Christian, in fact. To this day, if I accidentally say Jesus Christ in front of my grandma, the only way to get out is just to start naming Bible characters, you know? Oh, Mary, Joseph, King David, Uncle Sam, Colonel Sanders, John the Baptist. I don't know, I'm just trying to hang in there, you know? Trying to pull my weight, as they say in a Christian family. One of the perks of being Christian, though, is that I didn't get to celebrate Halloween as a kid. Because, you know, it's the devil's holiday. Yeah, he knows how to party. But I think my parents just use that as an excuse to be cheap and lazy, you know? Oh, you're religious. You're so religious today. But seriously, we couldn't celebrate Halloween, but our church did have their own event, you know, because they didn't want the kids to feel left out. Plus, you know, they kind of wanted to, like, bring them in, like, come in, tithe. And come to our congregation. Get your parents, too. We have candy. So they would have their own separate event for Halloween so the kids could come and they had candy and blah, 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 and you could dress up. And they called it, brace yourselves, it's pretty hip, Hallelujah Fest, you know, like, yeah, getting down tonight. You could dress up, like I said, which is fun. How fun is that, to dress up in a costume? One rule, you just have to be a Bible character. Okay, fair enough. That's a lot of options, right? Sure, a lot of options. Every year I wanted to be the dead whore in Numbers 28, and my mother would never let me. You know? Numbers 28, dead whore. And she would say, she's like, that's not what they mean. And I was like, the flyer says any Bible character. You guys just don't read, you know? So she's like, go put on a turban and dress up like a Middle Eastern man like the rest of your brothers. Right? 'Cause that's not racist. You know, because Jesus was white, I guess. So you go to these Christian parties, right? Everyone's dressed up as Moses and Jesus. So that's like the basic bitch at a Christian Halloween party. You didn't see that coming, did you? No, Jesus's and Moses's as far as the eye can see. Jesus's and Moses's. Man, you like that? I have never dated a guy named Moses. I think that would be noteworthy. You hear, you know, you meet a lot of Jesuses or Jesuses, but not a lot of Moseses. I don't know. I don't meet a lot of them. I'm looking for my Moses. You might be it, sir. You're awful close. I like Moses in the Bible. He's one of my favorite characters. You know, he's kind of crazy. And at one point, you know, he sends his wife back when they're like, you know, walking around the desert. He's like, go on home with the kids. Don't wait up. And it's not even like he's sleeping with another chick. He's just like talking to bushes. and shit. And he's like, I got all this metaphysical stuff to worry about. You go on home with the kids. That's my kind of guy. Anyway, you guys don't know that part. We'll move on. We'll move on to some more topics. Like, I'm in my 30s and I've never been married. That's usually a topic people, you're like clapping for that? I didn't know that was an achievement. Like a 33-year-old woman that's not married. How did you make it? By being very difficult, sir. Very difficult. But seriously, though, I get asked all the time for dating advice, from my girlfriends. And the first thing I look for, I like an older guy for a couple reasons. I think older men are more honest. And it's not because an older man is a better person, as we know. No. Sorry, I point to the one person I know here. Seriously, though, older men, they don't become a better person. It's just that the older a man gets, he gets too tired to lie, And so there's this, Venn diagram right there, which is awesome. You want a guy that's kind of on his last leg, just too tired to mess around on you. He's in at 8, in bed by 9. You want that kind of guy. Kind of like an aged luxury automobile, Like, it's okay that the sunroof is fucked up because they don't make this model anymore. They don't make them like this. So you just watch the sunroof. Easy there, buddy. I like older men, too. They're so interesting, They have the best conversation because they've lived for so fucking long, right? So, a song comes on the radio, and it's goddamn story time every time. Love it. They remember, what class they were in college, who was president, who were they sleeping with, what Argyle sweater was their favorite, I love those corduroys when that CCR song was on. It's Cleedon's Clearwater Revival. I don't know if you know that. You did. I got some fans out there of someone else's music. Well, people are like, oh, Maeret, how do I give the best hand job, right? Well, what makes you think I know? Well, I do. Step one to giving the best hand job is you don't. You just stop right there, ladies, okay? Because at my age, if I meet a guy, he's been doing that motion for quite some time, and that's not a race I'm gonna win, No way, man. It's like making that guy a meal he knows how to make. I'm not bringing him over for hamburger helper. I'm gonna make him some shit he's never heard of before. I stick to the blowjob, blow their mind. Literally, though, it's not even that hard. You just have to do something they can't do at home. You don't have to do it well, They just can't do that. Ta-da! It's true, though. I imagine it's painful to watch a grown man watch me jack him off. It's got to be what it's like for me to watch my grandma check her email. It's this thing I do every day with ease, in my sleep. And she just struggles and, you try to give her the dignity of doing it herself. So you give patient instruction, push the start button and 30 seconds in, it's more like, get the fuck out of the way, let me doodle me over quick, I do this all the time. Can't even watch it, right? It's terrible. Oh, man, you guys are fun. You guys are fun. So I told you I was raised Christian, and one of the things that happens when you're raised Christian is you learn about stuff way too late in life, and it's kind of embarrassing. For instance, I learned in my 30s what a glory hole was. I had no idea that this thing existed, It's like the 8th wonder of the world. And when my boyfriend explained it to me, at first I was like, why do they call that a glory hole? There's no glory in that at all. Call that a shame hole. Or a danger hole. But I thought one thing, that is why God gave the vagina to the woman, Man cannot handle that kind of responsibility. I love men. I love them dearly. But if you guys had vaginas, by the time you were 13, it'd be the most beat up, busted thing. Men are so curious. They'd be like covered in bug bites and full of rocks and marbles and maybe like a dead cicada come summertime. And then when he grows up, it'd be like an 8-ball of cocaine. Because he's getting pulled over. It's not a fifth pocket, guys. That's what your jeans are for. My name's Maeret. You were incredible. Thank you so much.